actually do follow the instructions. Here's the other thing. By the time you reach level 3 questions, you're going to be deeply connected to this person too. That's why you only go to level 3 when you're sure you want to know more and you want to kind of lock it in. Okay? Tell me about where you grew up. What did you play at? Well, here's the other thing. When you ask a person these questions, it is the equivalent of having a hypnotic age regression. They cannot go back and bring up those memories. Well, first going into a trance state, bringing up all the feelings, and as they talk about them, who are they looking at? Who do those feelings get connected to? And guess what? What is the foundation of love? Besides the hormones. Connection. What's the foundation of connection? Shared emotional experiences. In that one set of questions, you've taken them to the earliest, most powerful part of their life, the most pleasant experiences. You've reactivated them, had them relive them, and had them experience it with you. How many times have you heard?
This is really incredible stuff you're talking about. My only question is, because it's so serious, what percentage of women would allow you to go there? It is so deep and personal that you would just, because some stranger would ask her, she's going to volunteer.
Well, again, you're not a stranger anymore.
Because you worked your way down to that third level. Okay.
But if someone goes down and she's not interested in you, then you don't waste time on it.
That's the whole point is, there's no commitment here. Other than a casual hello, a quick opinion about something, there's no commitment, there's no investment, there's very little intimacy, there's no threat, relatively speaking. But as they engage, the barriers to intimacy drop, engagement and absorption amplify, and you become your own little world. It's your own personal love bubble, for lack of a better word. Okay? It's a connection bubble. It's really not love yet. But this will create a level of connection and intimacy and trust. There it is.
You just have to be a bar as a Chloe before you get there.
Doesn't matter. She'll go wherever. If you've done your work right, she will actually be more open to going somewhere else. This can be in as little as 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Okay? I wouldn't do that, but again, this is stuff that was field tested this way. Okay? This is not something, the 7 stages was actually done by social psychologists. And that's also a 20-minute framework. But here's the point. It's the quality of the interaction that's important, not how fast you do it. Guys, you have to remember this. Ladies, I'm sorry to say this, but guys, we look at sex as the main objective of the interaction. We look at sex as the dessert, or as the main course. Okay? We're going to get through the dinner, we're going to get through the movie, we're going to get through the drinks afterwards so we can get to sex. Okay? To the main event. Right? To the woman you're with, everything prior to sex is the main event. If you skip that part, you won't get it. Period. If you just take sex off the table, if you just find out, hey, focus on having fun, focus on going through this natural process of getting to know a person and creating that connection, they'll take you to bed. Because, first of all, they'll be amazingly attracted to you, you'll be doing all the right things, you'll be paying attention to them on a level no man ever has. And that's what they want. That's what they want. They don't care about your car, except sometimes. They don't care about how overweight or underweight you might be. What they care about, beyond physical type, is how you make them feel. Okay? This is how you give them the feelings they've always fantasized about. They've been told is out there, but never seem to find. Okay? And yes?
So, I kind of logically understand level 1.
It's a very logical process, but you're dealing with emotional stimulus.
But I don't understand level 0, wherein how to actually approach or...
You can walk up and you say, hi, how you doing?
No, I said, so certain situations, clubs, it's not possible to talk, so you cannot really.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
It's so loud. It's
Right. So here's the strategy. I'm going to give you guys the approach strategy if you're going to use in a crowded venue or something like that. But I needed to make sure, A, that we got our physiology, the feeling stuff handled. Because if you don't have your state right, okay? And by the way, it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be a little tentative. Just be genuine. Because a little bit of shyness is very sexy to women. Okay? It is. Just don't do this. Hi, how you doing? I actually did that. Who did I do that with at the last one? I just like because we do that. We talk to a little bit lower than we're supposed to. Okay. So, tell me about where you grew up, who were your friends, what did you play at? This is a hypnotic age regression.
What was the third thing about third part of that question?
Who were your friends? What did you play at?
What do you mean? What did you play at?
What did you like to do when you were a little kid? What did you like to play with?
Oh, play at?
Yeah, play at. Yeah. What games did you play?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now, again, talking about building rapport in business situation. This question, you are saying that it's very intimate, and it really is very.
Yeah.
You know, it takes trust to answer this question, right? Would it be appropriate to ask, let's say,
Depends on.
someone you work with, or a potential client, or whatever?
It depends on the responses you're getting at level 1 and 2. Remember, through this whole remember, it's a screening process. It's simultaneously doing two things. It's giving us information, actually three things. It's giving us information that we can use. In sales, we've always heard the term hot buttons, right? You just got to find his hot buttons. Yes. Right? Every word they emotionally lean on, every phrase that it changes from the way they normally talk is a hot button. You don't need to know what it means because they already do. All you have to do is use it. Now, will you know more about that person? Will you understand more about that person than any guy or girl they've met before? Abso-friggin-lutely.
But won't they perceive it as kind of pushing it too far?
No, not at all. No, no. As long as you don't do it like an interrogation. Because remember what I talked about? I talked about softening, right? Tell people why you're about to ask them what you're about to ask them. My friend James, I call him my corporate seduction specialist. He's a headhunter. He's a recruiter for Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies. He habitually picks up the phone, calls complete strangers, and seduces them into leaving one company to join another. Usually CEOs and things like that. He works with guys like Bill Gates, and I think he even worked with Stephen Hawking and some of the projects he had going on. This is what he does. He's a disembodied voice on the phone. And the first thing he does is he says, I got a project that your name was given to me in reference to a project I'm working on, and I was wondering if you could give me your input. Does he say, I'm trying to hire you away? No. He gives them a reason to engage. He gets their curiosity up. But he uses this all the time.
What does he do then after that?
He asks about their job, and then he asks, well, what's really important to you about what you do? And he'll pre-frame it, just so I understand you better.
What did you play at?
Or he'll say, let me ask you this. The project I'm working on is very sensitive, and I need some really strong input on it. What's it? And it's a lot like what you do in your field of expertise. So if I could ask you this, what's important to you about what you do? What's important to you about why you got involved with this company? And then he just drills down. But it's the pre-frame. It's the reason why you're about to ask them what you're about to ask them. I'm going to go real gutter here. It's the lubricant that makes everything slide in. Okay? But it literally is that true. One of the reasons people try to use like a lot of NLP and linguistic techniques in copywriting and marketing messages, and they do it badly because they don't understand the concept of softening. Real good linguistic NLP, you should never feel the push. Okay? When NLP is used inarticulately and without softening, it's very blunt and it's very overtly manipulative, and it causes psychological reactance. It causes a knee-jerk, visceral resistance to it, even if it's something you said you wanted. The fact that you perceive somebody's trying to convince you of it makes you resist it. The key to bypassing that is A, targeting their hot buttons. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a negotiation, it doesn't matter if it's a networking function, a social function, even a relationship function. You've got to go for the criteria and values. You've got to give them what they want in a way that they recognize that they're getting what they want. That's important. If they're asking for apples and you're giving them oranges, even though the keyword was fruit, right? There's going to be a mismatch, a message to market mismatch. Okay? I do a lot of my own marketing, I do obviously, and I have a lot of products online, and I write all my own copy and everything else. So I understand this. You've got to get out of your head and into their world. And whatever comes out of their mouth, whatever they do with their bodies, is exactly what they want done to them and the thing they understand the most. And the fastest way to get it is just pay attention. Just pay attention. Okay? It's hard to do sometimes because all those emotions start to buffet us and we only sort for certain things. That's why feeling good on demand is really important. Because if you can feel good on demand and you get in the habit of just moving through the world that way, A, it only gets better. Second of all, you'll only sort for things that make you feel good. And you'll start generating those responses in other people. Okay? So if that's right, your body's right, your head's right, you just walk up to somebody, you can tell them a joke if you wanted to. Like one of my favorites in Starbucks, it's a test I throw out there to see who's actually got a sense of humor. I'll walk up, my favorite drink is a grande decaf Americano. Right? And they'll always ask you, you want room for cream? I say, no, just some ice cubes so I don't spontaneously combust. And that's what I sort for. Who laughs?
What did you say? Just some what?
So I don't spontaneously combust.
Just some room
And then if I-
cubes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Because A, it's usually real too freaking hot. It's a pace of what's going on in their reality. They're used to that shit, right? But it gets their attention. It gets them laughing, which means if they're laughing at the same time I'm laughing, we're breathing at the same rate. Stimulates an oxytocin release. And because I'm directing it at this person, but everybody around me can hear it, they laugh too. So now I have social proof. And if she doesn't laugh, next. Right? Because if you got somebody who's not going to laugh at your jokes, it's going to be a real boring fucking night. Right?
A short one.
Yeah. Especially the serial daters, the girls have like 3 or 4 dates lined up, and they're just having their little safety bailout calls, you know, because they got. Oh, you think you're the only one that does it? No. But here's my point. Humor is an instantaneous tension release. It triggers oxytocin release. But if you give somebody some humor, and I highly recommend each and every one of you really start investing in developing the ability to A, take yourself less seriously, have more fun, and get people to laugh. Okay? 1 laugh and it's luck. 2 laughs, you're a clown. 3 laughs, now you're funny instead of just doing something funny. It becomes an identity they assign to you. And by the way, humor goes right to the reptilian brain as a survival trait. Women will sort for a man with a good sense of humor. Not just because it makes them feel good. Because humor is a sign of intelligence. Intelligence is a transferable, survival, optimizing trait.
Part of the anti-aging.
Yep. Laughter will do a lot of good things for you. Okay? Socially as well as physiologically. Okay? Women, you need to tell less jokes, but laugh at everything. Not quite everything. Yeah. Men cannot take laughter to fight a sword. That's a Robin Williams quote. Okay? So, 3 levels of question. What's the first one? No, that's level 3, dude. You're going right for the jugular. If you walk up to somebody in a bar and go, hey, tell me about where you grew up.
Where do you play at?
You're going to get one right between the goalposts. What's level 1 questions, Jeff?
That's too long ago.
Hey, hi, how you doing? That's how we open, right? Right? And then we go and say, hey, curious, what do you think of the centerpiece? Or what do you think of the band? Or what my guy did, who went out and hooked his girlfriend like the next night? He was in a club. He walks up and goes, hey, wonder if you could help me. Do you know what the drink specials are? Or what are the drink specials tonight?
Let's go find out.
Exactly. What do? And that one, it was brilliant. Because you're in a place, you have common reason for being there, right? And you're asking for information. Right? Non-threatening. And she said, well, let's go find out, right? And she'll walk your ass over there. And if she doesn't, she'll say, I don't know. Next. Because that person's not a good candidate for you. I hate to use this term, and I hate to sound evil when I say this. At the beginning of this, you want to go for the low-hanging fruit. What do I mean by that? You want to sort for the people who demonstrate an obvious interest in getting to know you that meet your physiological criteria.
Or practice.
Yeah. Well, here's the point. One of the things, because you guys asked about how do we start this whole process. When you enter a venue, whether it's a party, a reception, anything, the first thing you want to do when you walk in, this is for guys especially, you guys won't have this problem most of the time, but it'll work for you too. When you walk in, first of all, when you walk in, you want to have a rock star energy. In other words, you walk in like you're expected, like, you know, if you can get that feeling of being like popular and attractive and just being the alpha guy, not being a knuckle dragger kind of alpha guy, but a guy who's more like, imagine like you're a rock star, like, and you're always having these people following you, have an entourage, and you're kind of there. That's the feeling you want to have. Why? Because when you walk in with that energy, and it's not like you're trying to be pompous, it's just you take up more space. More space signals dominance. It signals alpha. It signals strength, which is what they're hardwired for. But you want to have that energy of fun, maybe a little bit of rebelliousness. Women love rebelliousness. It's a mystery. It adds mystery to them. What you do as you walk in the room, you just want to scan the room from one side to the left, like you're looking for your group. What you're really doing, you are actually looking for your group. It's just not the group most people think. What you're looking for, you're looking for the restroom. As you scan the room, you're looking at everybody who's looking at you. You're looking for everybody who's looking at you, and you are looking for positive eye contact. What is positive eye contact? Nathan? Oh shit, he asked me a question, now what? What's positive eye contact? Any clue?
Eye contact that's not creepy.
Not creepy, so it's not this.
Yeah.
Okay. Kathy, what's positive eye contact?
Making a connection.
Making a connection. Okay, that's really not helpful. Encore, what's positive eye contact?
Smile.
It kind of says hi.
Kind of says hi? It's really, really subjective, isn't it?
Is it just non-threatening?
Let's get scientific. You want to see positive eye contact? By the way, is this positive eye contact? No. No.
Yeah, basically.
Here's the deal. You guys can play. We probably won't have time, but man, I really talked a lot today, didn't I? You guys having fun with this? Is this good stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Remind me, I have some business cards for everybody because I need you. I'm going to give you each 2 cards. One you can keep. One you need to write down your contact information because I'm going to give each of you a free membership account to one of my sites where I have a lot of this information. You can just download it for free. Okay. I promise I won't spam you. I may harass you, but I won't spam you. All right. And we'll actually give you a copy of that video clip and maybe some other things that you can start to put this to work. Because if you just do the 3 magic questions, it's going to be you're just going to put yourself in a whole different category in terms of relationships. If you combine it with the 7 stages, which is the video you hear me reference, you're going to be unstoppable. Because you'll avoid all the mistakes that blow you out of the water. And you'll get more picky because you only sort for guys who know when to make the right move at the right time. And they'll know when to read your cues so that they know when you're ready for them to make the move. Okay? It's kind of a cool thing. Okay? I'll also put in there the special lines that you can use to extricate yourself from situations because there's levels to it. You can always say, give me your email address, I'll get back to you. You haven't blown them out of the water, but it actually gets them. Anyway, getting back to this. You move in, you survey the room. Positive eye contact means when I smile, do the little muscles on the side of my eyes crinkle up. Best way to get good at this is look at pictures of celebrities. And you'll notice, from here down, they're all smiles. From here up, there's nothing going on. Well, sometimes, yeah. But again, here's the thing. Everything in the body is connected. When people numb that part of themselves, it goes back into their liver and they become emotionally less responsive. Okay? So again, we want to only talk to people who actually show an interest in us. So one of the things that we sort for is positive eye contact. That means there's a smile, a real smile. Not a fake one. Remember, if you walk up to someone and they go, hi. Right? Or you smile and they go, hi. Right? And guys are going, oh shit. She smiles, she must like me. Now remember something. When you approach a woman and she gives you one of those half-baked smiles, it's probably not about you. I know. Big shock. If a woman didn't want to meet people, she wouldn't be there. So if she's in a bad mood, or she doesn't respond the way you expect, it's probably not you. Okay? Now, unless you just, unless you come up and you do something just blatant, you have bad body odor or something, and you just, if you walk up and say hi, she blows smoke in your face, that's usually a red light. Anything else you can work with. But why? Why work harder than you have to? Right? Ladies, you want to meet a guy who's got confidence, who's got certainty, who's strong enough to be real and open, but not a wimp. Kissing your ass so you'll do things for him, right? They're going to sort for that, guys. Okay? The problem is, most of your body language either goes right by them or signals the exact opposite, that you don't want them to approach. So you have got to actually overemphasize the positive eye contact. Now, the caveat to that is you will get approached a lot more. Okay? But your hit rate to get the kind of guys you actually want to talk to will also go up. But now you have a sorting mechanism, right? And then I'm going to give you some of the phraseologies that you can use to extract yourself. But if you want to have a better selection of men, you've got to be more approachable. You've got to signal. See, most guys, watch this. Guys, let me ask you guys a question. If you knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that a woman actually wanted you to talk to her, how comfortable and confident would you be in going up and saying hi? Right? Yeah. If you knew she already wanted you, where's your fear of rejection? Exactly. I'm telling you how to do it. Anytime a woman gives you positive eye contact, it is an indication of interest. Potentially attraction, but interest. If you do not approach, if you do not say hi, if you do not initiate something, it will never go beyond that. You've heard of something called the 3-second rule? Mm-hmm. If you see somebody, you make eye contact, you have 3 seconds to approach, or you get classified into the wimp category. Not exactly true. That was just something they created to get guys to take immediate action, to get them moving. You actually have 3 looks. She'll look at you 3 times. You may not catch it, but there'll be about 3. And if you can return it positively within those 3 looks, you can roll. All right? But it'll be subtle. It won't be. It won't be. Okay? It won't be that. It'll be one of these.